Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Can you guess what I am doing today? I am going to be making some DIY Christmas ornaments. I picked up these clear, they are plastic bulbs from the dollar store. I actually found these at the dollar store, and my plan is to make some DIY ornaments for our tree. I'm also going to be using this acrylic paint. I picked this up at Michael's. It's a coarse glitter acrylic paint. And then I'm going to use some of my Cricut vinyl on the outside. So I'm going to piece this video together. I will definitely be showing you guys step by step. So I'm just getting my bulbs ready. I'm going to go ahead and clean them off, make sure that there's no extra stuff on the outside. And my plan is to put the paint on the inside and then turn it up so it can dry. So I will be back really soon. So I put some paint, I took off the top, I put some of the paint on the inside, and I am just coating the inside of my ornament. So I'm just turning it over and over and over. I just want to coat the entire inside. And then my plan is to place them this way so that the excess can drip out, and then it'll allow them to dry. So I'm just going to finish this up with all three bulbs. I may have to do some different colors because I don't know if I have enough of this paint, but I'm just going to continue to do this, and I will finish up and I'll be back. Okay, so I have filled my ornaments with the acrylic paint. I have them upside down, just draining a little bit of the excess, and I'm using one of my Foxy Fix boxes. Those boxes come in handy. So yeah, I'm just draining a little bit of the excess paint. This, I mean, I think I got a little messy. I don't think it can, you know, has to be that messy. This is my first time experimenting with this. So I feel like as long as you have a clean workspace and, you know, some workspace, you should be fine. It won't get everywhere, but I'm just draining that off right now. So all I did was take my plastic ornaments, just to recap, take my plastic ornaments, fill them with the acrylic paint. I turned them, you know, up and down, round and round to get the paint all around there. And then I'm just turning them upside down for a little bit, letting the excess drain. And then I'm going to flip them up and let them dry. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my laptop and get my, you know, what I wanted to say on there printed, on my vinyl. So and cut it on my vinyl, I should say, not printed, but cut on my vinyl. So let me switch over to my laptop and I'll be back. Okay, so I am now in my Cricut design space, and I was thinking to do some type of extra design, maybe a snowflake or so forth. But for the first one, I am just going to do my father's name. We are doing 3 ornaments. So I have I'm going to do one for my dad's name, one for my husband's father's name, and then a Mr. and Mrs. because it's our first Christmas together as husband and wife. So we're going to just do those 3. Both of our fathers are deceased or passed on, so we're going to honor them and make Christmas ornaments. So I just have my dad's name. The font that I chose to do this in, I was going to do a Ray Dunn inspired one, but I haven't figured out that font yet. Oh, there it is. So the font that I'm using is the Apple Chancery. I have regular style. The font size is there, letter spacing, and then I'm going to do it at 3.5 wide and 1 inch height. So that is the font that I'm going to use, and that is the sizing. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my Make It. I'm going to do this as gold. I'm going to use a gold vinyl, and I'm going to go ahead and set all of that up, and then I will come back. Okay, so once you have it set up, you can see there that it has it already connected there, and it's going to tell me what to do. It'll prompt me. The 1, 2, 3 will show up, and it'll tell me which what to do first. So that's how that works. It basically does what you tell it to do. All right, here we go. So now it's telling me what to do. So I'm going to change my material set from light cardstock. I always forget to do this, which it can really mess up your project. So make sure you set your dial to vinyl. So if you go over here, you get all your settings. I'm going to go, because it's a glitter vinyl, I've learned that if I go to the dot here next to vinyl, which is Vinyl Plus, which is, I guess, what's best for glitter vinyl. It cuts better. So I'm switching my dial over to where it needs to be. Okay, and you see this light is already flickering. So that means I need to feed it into my Cricut, my mat into my, okay, I can't believe I just said Cricut. I mean Cricut. So I have my mat already laying there. Now the C button is flickering, which basically is the go button. And with the Cricut Explorer 2, you can do a fast mode. So on the screen, it'll give you the option to do a fast mode. I'm not going to do that this time. You can. It works just as good as cutting at the regular speed, but just for this purpose, I'm not going to do that. As far as the other options on the screen, it gives you the mirror off or mirror on. I don't need to do that. You usually use that for shirts or jackets or sweatshirts. All right, so I have my glitter I pulled it from the mat, and I know my lettering is here. I can actually see it. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I can see my dad's name there. So what I like to do is to start off with the corner, I just peel back a little. Okay, and this is my weeding tool. I purchased this from, it was a kit, and it came with the scissors, the weeding tool, and it came with a few other tools that you use to get your projects. Actually, you need to clean this off. But anyway, that's just some glue. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Be careful, your tools can be sharp. So what I like to do is start in the corner, just peel back a little bit. Okay, since I know the name is there, and I don't want to waste the whole sheet, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut. You know, try to get as close to your project as possible. You don't want to waste, because you want to be able to use this material for other things. So I don't need this. I'll go ahead and get that out the way. So I'm left with this, which is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. Okay. And the weeding tool is great because it, let me just stick that there, helps get out all that extra from the names or objects, whatever it is that you cut out. Okay, so once you have the name or the picture or object or whatever it is that you want on the ornament, as you can tell, I have my dad's name here. So what I'm going to do then, I have some transfer tape. I've only used the Cricut brand. I'm pretty sure there's other brands you can use. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's even some you can get at the dollar store. I saw it on another lady's video. But I used the transfer tape, and I cut out a piece of this to fit over the name. So this is a transfer tape. I'm going to peel that off because this is what's going to help me transfer this onto the ornament. So I'm going to place that down. Okay, and I got it pretty dead on. So then what you want to do is you want to use, it could be anything that has a flat surface. This is my whiteout, but you can use anything, and you're going to just rub the crap out of it because it's transfer tape. So it's basically transferring the name or whatever to this side of the tape. I've also learned with doing this with other things, glitter vinyl can be a little bit harder, a little bit more tedious, I should say, than the regular vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'm going to bring... Okay, guys, so there's been a few things that have changed since I've been piecing this video together over a few days, because between work and, you know, all that good stuff, I had to piece it together. So yes, my nail color has changed, and this is the bulb that I am going to finish up with. This is my husband's, my father-in-law, who has passed on, and I have vinyl on my nails because I was trying to prep for this video. But anyway, let's just get to it. So and another thing, I showed my mom the bulb that I had made with my dad's name on it, and she took it because she loved it. So I'll have to redo that one. But anyway, I wanted to just finish up. So I have already put my father-in-law's name on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to transfer with the transfer tape. So as I mentioned in the last video, you want to have this vinyl stuck to me. You want to have your transfer tape ready, and I'm just using the Cricut brand. I was like, I went and got my nails done, and I was like, oops, my nails are going to be a totally different color in this video, but whatever. So yeah, so here we go. So we're going to peel this off. You can place this down, and I try to get it as snug right to the the cutout as I need it, and then you can cut off the extra. You know, you can keep it on if you like, but I like to use little, because the stuff is sticky, so just use as, you know, take it off if I don't need it, because it's going to stick to me. And then I know in the last video I was using the last part of the video I was using something different, but this is my little, I'm not sure what this thing is called, but it came in my kit from Cricut, and I use it to clean off my boards. And then I also use it for this to I was using my whiteout in the last portion of the video, but I figured this is easier. So if you have something with a flat surface and that can easily I'll make this bring it in a little bit more, bring it in, you know, something to, because you want to transfer the wording off. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'm going to transfer it onto the ornament. And so basically you just need it to stick. And what I've learned, and I think I mentioned this before, the glitter vinyl, you may have to rub it a little bit longer than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this, and then when I come back, I will have the wording on the transfer tape, and we will apply it to the bulb. Okay, so I have the wording on the bulb there, as you can tell, and I'll flip it over so you guys can read it. It says, "Gone but never forgotten," and it's in a gold foil. So what I'm going to do, I have his name on this side of the bulb. I'm going to turn the bulb over, and I'm just going to lay this where I want it, and I see some extra vinyl, so let me get that off. I'm going to try to be as precise as possible, you know, with this and so forth. So let me see here if I can get this off. And especially if you're planning to sell these or, you know, gift them, you know, you want it to be pretty. So I got that little extra off. Okay, so you guys can see that without me blinding you. Okay, so I'm going to take this, try to line it up with the wording on the other side, and just lay it. I've also learned that with it being a bulb, a round object, you may want to put some slits at the bottom, but you know, that's totally up to you. And then you're basically just going to press. And the slits, what they do is they help provide, because you're turning, you're on that there's no edges really, just so you can lay it flat. But I haven't had any problems, but I did watch a video with a lady that did that, and it seemed to work perfect. But I've done it this way too, and basically just going to go around the whole bulb and smooth it out as best as possible. Okay, and you can use your, you know, whatever you're using to make that easier, and just continue to do that all the way around. And let's see, it should be good. Let's see. And then as you pull, I just like to go over it. Sorry about that. As you pull, I like to just go over it more with my thumb, just as I'm going, just to make sure that the letters are staying down. And you may have to just keep doing it, you know. Let's see if we can get it all on there. And we're coming off pretty good. I want to blind you guys. Let's see. Okay, and let's see here. Almost there, and we are done. So yeah, and then like I said, just go over it, and then you can always, so I have his name on the front, and then I have the saying on the back. You can add dates or any other extras if you'd like, but yeah, and then you can add a little bit of Mod Podge on the top, a really nice thin layer to make it, you know, so that it doesn't come off at all. The vinyl is pretty sticky, but you know, from wear and tear over time, if you continue to use your bulb, it may wear a little bit. So Mod Podge will make sure that that does not come off. But that is how you make the ornament. You know, you can add some ribbon at the top if you like.